Good afternoon from California, and welcome to our November Walnut Marketing Update. Today we are in one of the walnut orchards of Carriere Family Farms in Borges, California. As you can see behind me, we are experiencing the full effects of fall, and most of our orchards have now transitioned from the natural green to more of a yellow, orangish color that you see behind me. In addition to fall colors, we're also experiencing some new weather, which is rain. We're very excited to see, and we're expected to see more this coming week. As with all other countries, we are still seeing the effects of COVID-19 and the influence they have on our business activities. So far, Carriere Family Farms in Borges, California has been lucky not to have any positive cases of COVID within their teams or facilities. As many countries enter a second phase of shutdown due to COVID-19, we are seeing an increase in demand at the retail sector for walnuts to be consumed at home. In addition, many of our buyers have now started to purchase walnuts more regularly, where in the beginning of the walnut season, we saw a little bit of cautiousness as consumers and buyers were not too sure exactly how COVID would affect their daily business. As of October 31st, the California walnut crop that has been received and reported was 686,000 tons. This is slightly short of the 780 we are expected from the estimate. In addition, harvest started a little bit earlier for us this season, so we expect a little bit more of the crop has already been received. It is up over last year at this point. However, the question remains, how much more will we receive? Now we're going to talk a little bit about markets. The North American market saw an increase in in-shell shipments for the month of October by over 30% when compared to 2019. Kernels, on the other hand, seem to be a little bit flatter when compared to 2019, with only an 8% increase in kernel shipments over 2019 crop. Now we're going to talk about the European market. We saw shipments a bit flat when compared to 2019 shipments, with kernels being up by 3% and in-shell being down by a negative 6%. Most of this decline is a result of COVID-19 and hesitation in purchasing early on in the year. We expect these margins to be made up as customers become more confident in how business is going to work with COVID-19. Now we're going to talk about the Middle Eastern markets. So far, we've seen shipments very strong to the Middle East for both kernels and in-shell. It's very clear that buyers are very perceptive of the lower prices for walnuts, and they're happy to purchase and receive our goods. Pakistan, Algeria, and the UAE all saw massive increases in in-shell shipments. Turkey, on the other hand, did see a slight decline of over 14%. Much of this decline is expected to come from the effects of COVID-19, plus the impact of Turkish lira and the presence of Chinese walnuts coming into the Turkish market. This brings kernel shipments for the month of October up by over 260% when compared to 2019 shipments. In addition, in-shell shipments are also up by 2% overall for this region. Lastly, we're going to talk about the Asia Pacific Rim market. Overall, shipments have been incredibly strong to this region, and we're happy to see things going very smoothly. China has stepped back into our market and has been buying at prices that are very competitive. They've come back to buying walnuts as prices have dropped to the levels they are today. Despite significant trade barriers, India continues to buy in-shell walnuts and has more than doubled shipments for October when compared to last year at this time. This is very impressive due to the tariffs on California walnuts coming into India. We're happy to see the demand with such great trade barriers to their market. In addition, we have seen interest come from both Korea and Japan this year. Korea has been more active than they have been in the past, and we are seeing shipments up and very strong for them. Japan was a little bit slower to get into the game this season as they were dealing with the Olympic cancellation and excess inventories. From what we know now, it sounds like Japan has cleared their inventories and they are now buying again. The past several weeks, we have turned our attention to the shipping lines as we've had multiple containers be delayed due to unavailable equipment at the port. This is happening to all industries and all exporters out of California and the US, and there's not much we can do about it, but hope that we get more containers in shortly and can continue exporting walnuts. In closing, we're excited to announce the beginning of our new plant expansion, which is going to take several years to complete. The expansion will include an overhaul of our complete kernel shelling and processing facility, and we are very thrilled to share this experience with you. As always, Best wishes to you, your family, and your teams. Thank you.